In my eyes, there are two paths a delayed game can take.
Oh, good morning.
Delaying a game can give the developers much needed time to apply a layer of polish to a game, thus improving the overall experience. On the other hand, said time can also be used to give developers more time to snort coke before a game releases.
So gotta say, fantastic start so far. Man, bro, if this is just black screen the game, I'm gonna be angry.
Essentially, delayed games can either be absolute masterpieces like Breath of the Wild, or the video game representation of a 30-car pileup, with the most notable example of this in recent time being Cyberpunk 2077. So when Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach was delayed more than once, I became optimistically worried, if that makes any sense at all.
Oh god, my arm's like poking out. What is this?
So when these two powers team up, and Scott assures that the game is being delayed to ensure a better product, the game should inevitably be one of those good delayed games, right? So what the fuck happened? Scott Cawthon usually has a certain level of quality you can expect from his games, with most games in his FNAF franchise seeing some sort of praise in one aspect or another, while Steel Wool Studios made a fairly solid adaptation of the old games into a VR version with help wanted. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach went into the oven 2 years ago and came out incredibly unfinished.
Okay, I just wanna make this clip perfectly clear as to if I beat this specific section. If I do it on this try, it was only because I made so many messes that the guy has just given up and now he is stuck.
The game runs like shit on every platform, some PCs included. Good luck playing this unoptimized dumpster fire on a console. Load into the atrium, set off a group of endoskeletons, do anything. Lag, 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 lag. It's awful. There are some points where the lag genuinely ruins the experience and can get you killed for not having the highest end graphics card. You can definitely see how this level of polish has affected the game. If you imagine that the polish was replaced with bird shit and said bird shit was applied directly in the developer's eyes as they coded this game. The gameplay is mediocre at best, being filled with missed opportunities and monotonous gameplay loops throughout the game. The stealth gameplay, while a nice change of pace from Scott's original gameplay loop, is dumbed down by a lot of small issues that really sour the gameplay fast. Bugged AI, getting spotted through walls, distractions only being used in the first quarter of the game, no changes in the gameplay aside from getting the Faz Blaster and the Faz Cam, the fucking staff bots. It rarely changes. You are only ever tasked to slowly walk through a group of copy and pasted staff bots throughout the entire game. Minigames, a once integral part of the older games, is completely stripped in favor of these mediocre stealth sections. Despite having a fun laser tag minigame and a small chunk of arcade-style games, Security Breach still under-delivers in its selection of minigames and side content. There's a bowling alley with no bowling minigame. There's a bunch of unplayable arcade cabinets, a bakery with no baking minigame, go-karts with no fucking racing. How the fuck are you gonna have a go-kart area with no racing? A giant mall such as the Pizzaplex would have been the perfect setting to drop a bunch of side content into to earn lore and collectibles. But nope! Have fun sneaking around the same staff bots in different areas, kid! But Noah, you may ask. The old games had mediocre gameplay, yet were redeemed by their creepy atmosphere and engaging story. Surely you can overlook the performance and gameplay to admire the story and horror, right? Bubby, put on your seatbelt. We're going for a ride. The game is not scary, and that comes from somebody who's willing to admit that I'm a massive pussy. There are a few atmospherically creepy sections, like the daycare and the Weeping Angel's endoskeleton part, but those sections are completely overshadowed by a bunch of kiddified, baby's first horror game-esque areas. Like when I'm getting chased by some rogue animatronic, it ends up feeling tense, but I never get into the headspace where I'm going, oh fuck, oh shit, run! It's more or less just, I hope I don't get caught again, forcing me to repeat this whole section over. The design of the animatronics are the complete opposite of scary too. Like take a look at the first Freddy's game. The design on these animatronics are absolutely perfect. There are somewhat accurate representations of animatronics that you would see in similar establishments, such as like a Chuck E. Cheese, yet the designs are so eerie that you can't help but feel terrified whenever one of them is at your door, or whenever Foxy comes sprinting down the hallway at 300 miles an hour. Every other game in the franchise has some other creepy animatronic design too, but Security Breach lowers the bar with these super kiddified versions of old characters. I want to be piss scared of the animatronic designs. I don't want
Gregory, the IRS has broken into the Pizzaplex in search for my tax returns. You must use your Faz Blaster to dispatch of them all. Good luck, superstar.
As for the lore, I mean, I suppose it's not terrible, but all the other endings just scream sequel bait, raising more questions than they actually answer. If you care about the lore and you want to go unspoiled for now, then now is your warning. Skip to this timestamp to avoid seeing Glamrock Freddy's robo-dick. I ended up getting the true ending in my playthrough, which, in my opinion, didn't make any narrative sense at all. In this ending, you find the location from Pizzeria Simulator buried under the Pizzaplex, which makes no fucking sense, saying that the Earth would have had to take thousands of years to form around the pizzeria, and in that time, nobody could have torn down the business. Furthermore, the entire building, for no reason, just never finished burning down from the old game, and all of the animatronics inside survived? It kinda takes away from the dramatic weight of the last game's ending, don't you think? Regardless, you go down this pit only to find that Afton's still alive, and he's pissed. So you fend him off, and then the game just ends? What? How the fuck did Freddy and Gregory get out of the building when it collapsed? How did the animatronics all survive from the Pizzeria Simulator fire? What happened to the night guard from Pizzeria Simulator? How did the whole fucking building not burn to the goddamn ground? All the other lore in the game is super contrived and makes no sense either. The CDs scattered throughout the map that give you portions of Vanessa's therapy conversations set up that Vanessa can potentially be related to the Afton family, only for it to be all knocked down and disregarded come disc 16. People who go out of their way to find small lore drops will be happy to know that they contribute almost nothing to the game's story in favor for the animatronics are having malfunctions again. All of the insane murder mystery-esque storytelling that was present in the older games is completely thrown out so that Glamrock Freddy and Gregory can just hug it out in a field full of daisies. While being the game with the best mechanics in the series, it's also the game that has potentially the worst lore, scares, and definitely the worst performance. You guys really dropped the ball on this one. One Night at Gregory's Security Bitch gets a 4 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Like it, dislike it. Not like the dislike function really works. And until next time, don't do anything stupid.